Happy Wednesday, Striver. Can you believe it's December 1st, the last month of 2021? We enter it today. Can you imagine? What a year of strangeness and challenges, of frustration and disappointments. What a year of joy and confidence and abundance. What a year of uncertainties and fear. What a year of extraordinary strength and progress. I always believe that each year of our lives is so often ultimately defined by our own meaning, our own labels, the extent to which we practice our own personal power and positive habits throughout the year. We all have ups and downs. The human story is always filled with struggle and progress. And yet, so often, we really forget in the middle of all of it, in dealing with so many crazy things in this world, just how much choice we have about our own attitudes, even if we can't control the events of the day. How much control we have over our attitudes and our feelings and our moods and our habits, and yes, even our relationships and many of the things we get to experience in life, even if life throws curveballs, even if sometimes there's injustice and lack of fairness, even when things seem to be falling apart. Ultimately, over the long term, the blessing of that free will, the blessing of that choice is ultimately we have so much power in defining what things mean and how they impact us over the long term. We can all get caught up in the difficulties of the day. We can lose our temper, become impatient. We can have weeks, months, and even months on end where it feels hopeless, where it feels like we'll never pull through. It can feel like that for so long unless we take back control of the narrative between our own ears. Unless we look ourselves in the mirror and cheer ourselves on and give ourselves that high five. Unless we journal to release those feelings and those thoughts and capture some more truth in what's going on in our lives. Unless we take a moment to be here together in Growth Day, doing the work of self-reflection, doing the work of human betterment, doing the work of learning how to be better. And today's message, I wish I had a big framework with you or a multi-step strategy, but the truth is, I just want to cheer you on. Being part of this Growth Day community is a very unique thing, and I hope that you've learned to sense that. So few people truly dedicate themselves to ongoing personal development. They get interested here or there. Maybe they pick up that one book or read that one course or finally listen to that one podcast. But in Growth Day, it's stunning how often you come back, listen to these daily fires, watch a new video, attend a live broadcast, download or watch a course or an audiobook, participate in the community, take a challenge, fill out your journal, and score your habits. Each of those features here in Growth Day gives you one little edge on life, doesn't it? One little edge, one little improvement point every time you open the Growth Day app, whether you're on desktop or on your phone. What the beauty of it is no matter what you do in here, if you'll engage with it and you'll engage consistently, you'll keep growing, even if it takes time. I always like to say, transformation takes time. But I'd love to leave a parting thought for you here today, just to acknowledge you and to cheer you on to finish this year strong, to enjoy this last month, even if you have to cultivate that attitude, even if you have to bring that joy because no one else does around for you, and you choose to take charge of the energy in your life. I like to share one simple idea. I think the great 2021 breakthrough for a lot of people is simply this. You'll be just fine. Really. Look at all that you made it through this year. Maybe today after this daily fire, you'll open up your journal and you'll just capture your top 10 personal lessons you learned this year. or your top 10 professional or business or career or mission or family lessons learned this year. Maybe you'll just take a few moments to reflect. Yes, the year is not done. But you know what I love about self-reflection at the beginning of December versus just at the beginning of January 1st? Is if you begin it now, you get to live this month, one more month of the year, much more conscious, much more intentional, much more thoughtful. And isn't that what we need? More conscious and intentional and thoughtful people. You know, I've personally never really seen a year of such hesitancy and fear. And if I'm being honest, a lot of useless worry and debate and judgment. I saw it all around the world. You know, we are blessed to serve millions of people in GrowthDay across the brand, including my own brand. And it's pretty impressive to see across the large, set of over 70 countries involved here, over the 190 countries plus who've been part of our research or my other courses, my own personal brand, is that so many people do maintain a great attitude. And so many people were marching forward. But I also know I'm in a unique community. And as I pay attention to clients that we reach out to, or those who we interact with in marketing who are the first time they're meeting us, often it's a lot of fear. And I bet you've seen it out in the marketplace. So much debate and judgment and vitriol. But also at an individual level, I hope as you're reflecting, you see that sometimes this year in 2021, you worried way too much. You worried that, the sky was falling, the earth was ending. You worried that we weren't going to make it through. You worried you weren't going to make it through. And yet here you are listening to this audio right now. Evidence enough that you survived. Evidence enough that you carried through, my friend. Evidence enough that you can take a breath today. Give yourself some credit today and keep marching on. I say to you, it is true that you are stronger than you think, that the future holds good things for you. I hope that people here at the end of this year understand that they are way stronger than they thought. And that, the world isn't as bad as everyone keeps complaining about and saying that it is. I agree that problems do exist, but so do our hearts and our spirits that know how to serve, that know how to overcome, that know how to be our best. And so to those who didn't drown in pessimism this year, who didn't get locked in debate and judgment and the vitriol online, I say to those who kept faith, who actually made things happen, who went for it despite all of the negativity out there, who lifted their heads from their phones and their own selfish needs and actually recognized a world that was in need of real value and leadership and kindness and service this year, I say, thank you. I appreciate you for being strivers and leaders and members of GrowthDay. I appreciate you for working on yourself. I appreciate you for having that intention to make self-improvement a way of life. Because if we do not improve ourselves, how shall we do it for society? If we do not work on improving our mindset, how will we shape the minds of the next generation? If we don't work on treating each other with greater kindness, how will we avoid the inevitable wars? It is a must that we get better, individually and collectively. And personal development, self-improvement, that part where we start with ourselves in our own homes, in our own hearts and our own minds, is the only way I've ever seen change actually happen at the collective. It starts within. And then, whether that's a spark in one person who becomes the leader or in multiple people who begin and shape that movement, that ripple effect of goodness goes through the world and things do get better. So no matter what your 2021 was like, have hope, my friends. You have strength. You have the honor of making it through this year. You will continue to get better, and we will do that together here in GrowthDay. I appreciate each and one of you. Thank you for making this year extraordinary. Let's finish this year strong, and remember, every day is a great day to grow.